好啦，咁啊，今日好開心啦，可以喺傑志足球中心度咧揾到巴貝利阿天接受我訪問啦。Hello Tim。Hello
there. How are you？
嗱，咁我哋咧可唔可以簡單開始嘅時候咧，簡單介紹一下當年你喺香港踢波嘅時候，當時嘅香港足球生態大概係點樣
？Well, as I said, my first 2 years at Seiko were very good. Got to play with some very good players. In the first year was Dick Naninga, for example, who played in the World Cup final for Holland against Argentina, scored a goal. Theo de Jong, Hugh Wilbred, so a lot of real talented players. And we had guest players like Johnny Rep from Holland, Van der Kerkhoff twins from Holland. So, you know, some very good players, and obviously you learn a lot as well from playing with these players. And as I said before, very strong local players as well. So Wu Kwok Kong was involved in the team, and you know, everything sort of revolved around him as the star man in the side. Year two, I mean, unfortunately, with Wu now, he's passed away. But you know, I got to play in his teams towards the end of his career. But again, it was a big honour, a big privilege to do that. I think he, you know, my style of football was always to win, so he got on the end of a few of my bit of screaming and shouting if he wasn't pulling his weight. So there was quality players across the league, which made it again more interesting for the supporters to come and watch. But probably in Hong Kong, you know, had a very good season with Lai Sun, finished top goal scorer in the league at that time. So you know, we've sort of been through highs and lows in terms of the quality of games. You know, going to when I was at Instant Dict in the late 90s, again we were pulling in crowds. If it was a cup final against South China, then you know, it could be 30,000-40,000 people for a cup final. Then there was a ban on foreign players in Hong Kong, which was I think a big mistake from the Hong Kong FA. And I think again, when decisions are made like that, it needs to be part of a plan. Maybe 5 years, 10 years that they're trying to do something. I think it was a mistake that was made and not really thought out very well. Had I not come back to Hong Kong from the UK, maybe it wouldn't have happened. So Hong Kong's been good to me in terms of the football side. I've sort of gone into the coaching side a little bit now, and from the playing side to the coaching side is a very different world.
當年咧，陳法芝都係其中一個華人，一個好出色嘅前鋒啦。咁你會點樣評價你同法芝之間嗰個技術咧
I mean, Fachi was a great player. I think he came to Seiko after I'd left. He was at Boulevard, I think, before that. And then we met up and we joined as teammates at South China. But he was a player, never really an out-and-out number 9 striker. He was more of an attacking midfield player. But you know, we had, as I said, such creative players in the team that you know, working together, we created a lot of goals. But also in the team as well, we had very good players, Leslie Santos, players like that, who could create good opportunities for teammates. And you know, it's one of the I think great skills and great things to watch in football is midfield players who can get into attacking situations and can score goals. So yeah, for me, he was one of the best players I've played with. You know, trying to get, maybe I'm not the biggest striker, so normally I was trying to get maybe to the near post to try and get headers in front of defenders, or trying to turn inside the box. I think I also was able to create a lot of opportunities as well for my teammates.
做教練嘅時候咧，多次同球會有意見分歧啦，又甚至乎又會俾人哋提示解約。咁其實到底你認為係咩原因
I think, you know, I was maybe a little bit naive, and I'll admit that when I went into some of these teams, maybe a lot of the teams weren't ready for me in terms of what they wanted, what I wanted. So you know, mistakes were made, and I can hold my hand up and say that. I think as I've experienced more football, I think I've had to change a little bit, and I'm maybe a little bit smarter for what I want to try and achieve. And I think in Hong Kong, I think one big problem is the coach has limited power. In Hong Kong, the bosses tend to believe or to follow the players. Now, players generally will take an easy way. The successful clubs will believe in the coach. They have a contract maybe that lasts for one year. If they leave the club, they need to be paid. So the club will always protect maybe the players rather than the coach. The coach contract is an employment contract in Hong Kong, 1 month. So the easy thing, sack the coach. So this is why, you know, and again, I'm saying I'm not to blame. I've set standards that maybe were too high, maybe a little bit too unrealistic, but that's what I believe. You know, the club, look at the successful teams. They believe in their coach. Look at the weak teams. They change their coach all the time. Will they be around? Will the boss be there for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years? If he has no success, maybe he finish.
Yeah.
And then you have to start again. And I think this is one of the big problems in Hong Kong. If we have coaches who are just, you know, and bosses who are just looking, you know, for somebody to like babysit their team, then this is not professional football.
香港足球咧成日都俾人批評啦，即係話好多入籍兵就代替咗香港嘅球員，亦都霸咗佢哋嘅位。咁身為一個土生土長嘅香港人，阿 Tim 你啦，你點睇呢個入籍兵佔領咗香港隊嘅現象
I think that if a foreign player has come to Hong Kong and he's made a career and he's made a home in Hong Kong and he qualifies with the 7 years and he has a passport, then I think he has, you know, an equal chance to play for the Hong Kong national team. You know, mind you saying that, you look around the world now and you see a lot of mixed nationalities playing for different national teams now. So this is the way the world is going, and we'll probably still have foreign players obviously playing for Hong Kong in the future. But we need the local players to also fight for that position as well.
咁如果有人問你，你係香港人定係外國人，你會點形容自己係咩角色
I think very simple. I'm a local player, but with a Liverpool Football Club mentality, and that is to win. 香港本地足球專區，我係巴布利。